After watching our latest episode of Star Trek Picard, my wife said to me, "This show is crazy good." We'll talk about it in a moment. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and a warning that there are spoilers, of course, in our description here. This was our opportunity to get a look at Ro Laren, and they finally gave her a real meaty part. She was supposed to have gone from the Next Generation to be the first officer under Cisco on DS9. But Michelle Forbes was not able to make the kind of deal that she needed in order to do that part, and they instead gave it to Nana Visitor. And in doing so, they had to just kind of write her off of the Next Generation, and did it in kind of a clunky way. She basically turned herself over to the Maquis and pretty much threw away all of the character building that was done during the last season of the Next Generation. So this was a fitting way of bringing her back under the guise of a Starfleet inspector who is going to find out whether Picard should be court-martialed or not, find that a place where they can speak quietly and say that the changelings have infiltrated all elements of Starfleet all the way to the top, and we don't know who to trust anymore, but it's a big problem. Also, she has one of the better death scenes in that. I think that the whole idea of her using a shuttlecraft to begin with was because she's concerned that there could be sabotage involved. And unfortunately, that wasn't enough because there was sabotage on her shuttle as she was going back to the Intrepid. But perhaps that she anticipated that by leaving her earring with Picard, who doesn't understand the significance of it until Riker takes a look at it and says, this is a memory chip. And they're able to open it and see all of the information that she's gathered on the conspiracy within Starfleet. This isn't the first time we've had a conspiracy within Starfleet, but I think it's better done than the bugs that crawled behind people's necks and things in the early seasons. Raffi and Worf, and a ruse that works out very well. We learn a little something else about Klingons, that there is a technique for some kind of, what did they used to call that? It was biofeedback, in order to slow your heart down to make it seem as if you've died when you haven't. Worf was able to get the drop on the Vulcan second in command to Sneed, who they needed to get information from. And it's putting the puzzle pieces together to the Daystrom Institute. Apparently that's where the answers are to the things that they've been putting together. Now, with Ro's information, with Worf and Raffi, also with Access, it looks like this is where they're going to go. The thing that we're left with right now is that there is a concern as to just Jack. Jack apparently has something wrong with him. Maybe he doesn't even know. And I'm kind of, and once again, my wife had this to throw in, that she thinks that he might be the weapon, which is why the changelings wanted him to begin with. He knows that he's able to spot changelings without really knowing it consciously, and he also has a series of flashbacks or trance-like state that he's gotten into that is causing him to want to pull a gun and shoot people. He thinks that he has shot everybody on the bridge and didn't exactly, but what he is doing is being able to identify changelings without doing much more than just knowing it. And it can have some other effects on him as well. We'll see. What I want to know is how they're going to be able to get the Titan all the way to the Daystrom Institute when the entirety of Starfleet will be looking for them. That'll be interesting. They'll also have only a skeleton crew, and we'll get to see what our friendly captain is going to do about this. He's kind of begrudgingly going on. He was a little delighted that he was going to be able to witness a court-martial on his ship, but he's kind of a jerk, but not a bad guy. So we'll see what happens here. I don't think that we're done with the surprises. We no doubt will see more people from the various shows. Obviously, with Michelle Forbes not having been previously announced, we can be surprised by anybody that pops up from now on. We know we haven't seen Brent Spiner yet, so he is, I think he has confirmed that he will be Lore, but we don't know if he's going to be on our side or their side. But then, knowing Lore, he's usually on his side. Little side note here, I keep this photograph behind me. It's usually on the shelf back here. And I just wanted to point out here, this is me with my wife, Brent Spiner, Marina Sirtis, and Michael Dorn. I am 6 feet tall, and as you can see, Michael Dorn pretty much towers over me. And I have to say that's one of my favorite pictures with sci-fi people. I've had a few made here and there. Michael Dorn is absolutely my most favorite character from TNG, just because of the way that he has taken a character that started as nothing but just a hothead, and he has taken this character, made him likable, made him formidable, and also make him one of the most interesting characters that we've ever seen in any kind of science fiction, without making him look as alien as sometimes they do. He is very much all of us. I think that his skill in bringing this character to life has had a lot to say about the success of TNG among a very talented cast. He is absolutely my favorite. So I'd like to know what you think about this episode and what you think is going to happen coming up for the remainder of this series. We're halfway through now, and so there's a lot more to get done before there. There haven't been any filler episodes so far, and I don't anticipate any coming up as we go. So please subscribe and click the like, if you will, in order to keep our algorithms running in our favor. And we appreciate your joining us. Hope that you will be with us next time. And until then, don't go far.